Bill. Honorable Speaker, this statement is made on behalf of the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs and its members with regard to statements made during the joint Kenya Kwanza ODM Parliamentary Group meeting held yesterday, 18th August 2025, that was presided over by His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and the former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. At the meeting, a statement was made to the effect that the consideration and passage of the Anti-Money Laundering and Combating of Terrorism Financing Laws Amendment Bill 2025 was influenced by a Kenya shillings 10 million inducement collected by a member of parliament or members of parliament allegedly on behalf of members of the National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, the Anti-Money Laundering and Combating of Terrorism Financing Laws Amendment Bill 2025 was a bill sponsored by the leader of majority party. It was read for the first time in the House on the 4th of March 2025 and thereafter committed to the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs for consideration and reporting to the House. The committee duly conducted public participation, considered the bill, and tabled a report in the House to inform the House's second reading of the bill. The bill sought to amend 10 acts of parliament to address technical compliance deficiencies identified by the Eastern and Southern Africa Anti-Money Laundering Group, the Financial Action Task Force in Kenya's regime on anti-money laundering, combating of terrorism, financing, and the combating of proliferation of financing. The record of the House reflects that after exhaustive debate, the bill and the amendments proposed by the committee were wholly supported, leading to its passage on Wednesday, 16th April 2025, with amendments. Following its referral by the President with reservations on the term of the office of the Director General of the Financial Reporting Center, the bill was passed by the National Assembly on Tuesday, 3rd June 2025, with amendments fully accommodating the President's reservations. On behalf of the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, I wish to categorically state that the committee did not solicit and did not receive any inducement of any kind whatsoever from any member or quarter in its consideration of the Anti-Money Laundering and the Combating of Terrorism Financing Laws, Bill 2025, as alleged or at all. The Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs and its members are fully cognizant of the principles of leadership, ethics, and integrity which bind the members of parliament. The committee and the members condemn and abhor corruption and any practice that is likely to erode these principles that are the substratum of the public trust that the people of Kenya have entrusted on this institution of the House of Parliament. Having deliberated over the matter and considering that the bill in question was a government bill whose contents were supported by the House, the committee poses the following 4 questions. Number 1, which member or members of the National Assembly solicited and or received the said Kenya shillings 10 million on the, or any other inducement in relation to the consideration and the passage of the bill? Number 2, who gave the alleged inducement? Number 3, what was the purpose of the inducement? And number 4, have the allegations been reported to the relevant law enforcement agencies? The committee notes that any inducement with respect to the bill could only have been given by to persons opposed to the strengthening of the laws against anti-money laundering, terrorism, financing, and related offenses. Only a person or entity that engages in corrupt practices, or wash, as is popularly known, could have opposed the passage of the bill. The fact that the committee recommended the passage of the bill and ensured its enactment into an act of parliament that is now in force speaks for itself. For avoidance of doubt, the position of the committee and its members is that if any member of the National Assembly or any other individual solicited and or received any inducement with respect to the consideration and passage of the bill as alleged, the member or individual is a criminal. Such a person ought to be investigated by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission or the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, or even the committee of this House charged with the responsibility on such matters, prosecuted, and if found culpable to face the force of the law to the fullest. Such conduct has no place in the discharge of the mandate of the National Assembly and in the society of Kenya as a whole. The committee urges any person with information against any member of the National Assembly or any other individual with respect to the allegations to submit the information to the Parliamentary Powers and the Privileges Committee, which has always risen to the occasion and has jealously protected the integrity of the House and the members. Needless to add that the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee is one of the busiest committees in this House. It is unrivaled by the Finance Committee. These two being the busiest have always and will always resist any temptation, any advances that are made to induce the committees with the finances or any other form of material inducement, because the dignity of this House must be maintained at all times. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to lay my statement. Thank you very much. Before I sit, Honorable Speaker, before I sit, allow me kindly to read one article from the Constitution. This is extremely important, and members to listen because you'll be commenting on this. This is Article 96 of our Constitution. It is on the role of the Senate in the Republic of Kenya. Number one, the role of the Senate represents the counties and serves to protect the interests of the counties and their governments. Number two, the Senate participates in the lawmaking function of Parliament by considering, debating, and approving bills concerning counties as provided by Articles 109 to 113 of the Constitution. The most important is at sub-Article 3. The Senate determines the allocation of national revenue amongst counties as provided in Article 217 and exercises oversight over national revenue allocated to the county governments. So, emphasis is on sub-Article 3 on oversight. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I beg to lay.
Thank you, Honorable Member Morugara. I promise to give Honorable Wandeto. Is he in the House? Honorable Wandeto, on the basis that he had a motion of adjournment, which